Right, enough Chelsea and Liverpool. What about some quickies, Don?
Let's do it.
Arsenal are the new Premier League leaders after they win against West Ham on Saturday, Don. Are they the best team in the league right now for you?
They are, Jules. I commentated on the game. It was like watching Liverpool last year. They were in control of the game against West Ham from minute one.
Yeah.
It was like you were just watching a team purr. I mean, the bench is a bench to die for. Every single player on that bench could easily play for the first team, and they will. The three midfield players that started the game, three midfield players came on for them. Yeah. It was more the control. It was more like, we'll take you on at our own pace. We can score anytime we want. West Ham sort of, I kept saying on commentary, I credited West Ham a little bit because they were willing to like put their bodies on the line and try hard, but they got outplayed. Don't get me wrong. But I just watched Arsenal and just thought, like, you look flawless.
Against the
so
team
good. Defensively strong.
Against the team that won the last 2 times they came to the Emirates as well. So
it's
not, I agree with you. I mean, I was there too.
Yeah, you just get that feeling when you just go, there's only one winner before the game.
Yeah.
Then when the game kicks off, you go, there's still only one winner.
Yeah.
And then you watch the game and you go, well, it just depends on how many.
Yeah.
Because West Ham are never going to score because it's a brilliant back line that they've got.
Oh, Timber, I think Timber is outstanding. He
gets the
penalty. Second goal. I thought the Zubimendi pass for Eze on the first goal.
Brilliant.
Forward like that, and that Eze run.
Well, I think
that Odegaard would not make.
Well, I think there's only one player, correct me if I'm wrong, it's obviously David Raya being the goalkeeper, that doesn't score or hasn't scored for Arsenal. Everyone else scores.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I think Timber's got one. Saliba might be enough.
One,
but like literally everyone else.
Yeah.
Goals all over the place. And they don't concede neither.
No, you're right.
But
and Gyökeres is still clearly a work in progress because I think he brings a lot to the team.
Yeah.
It's just still something a little bit missing.
But great to watch.
Yeah.
Amazing to watch. Total control. Good result for Arsenal, Jules, but concerns about Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, it's another injury. And we were saying off air when we were preparing for the show, he tried to get the ball off Somerville and his knee clearly hit the knee of
bone on bone.
Somerville, bone on bone, as you said, except that Somerville was going forward. So for him, it was obviously less painful. But for Odegaard, who was leaning back, clearly the knee turned a bit. So it's an MCL, which is probably around 6 to 8 weeks. You would say?
I've
had it when you were playing.
I've done that injury myself, and I called it on Commons when I seen the bone on bone. I said, hopefully for Odegaard's case, it's just a collision,
just a knock,
because then it can be bone on bone, ice, rehab. You can come back within a few days. And then I saw it again, and I thought the way the bone on bone in the collision happened, his knee then sprung back, and I went medial.
Yeah,
done his medial. So that's something that doesn't need an operation. I wouldn't have thought. Obviously, I'm no doctor, so I don't know the extent of it. But having done that injury before,
6 to 8 weeks off.
It will. It'll be rest. It'll be ice. It'll be icing it every minute of the day. Rehab in the early phase. There won't be too much. And then, he should be absolutely fine.
Yeah, but that's the only thing. And again, he had that shoulder injury earlier in the season.
And he was brilliant against Olympiacos, phenomenal.
He was so sharp.
And I looked at his body and like his face, and he looked trim.
Yeah,
like he looked sharp, like he was clean, like really fit. And I thought, right, he's back.
Yeah, definitely.
Shame.
Manchester City got a deserved 1-0 win away at Brentford, but lost Rodri to what looks like another injury.
Hamstring, we think, don't we?
Yeah, he looked like that, yeah.
So that's a sort of classic case when, again, you're coming back from an ACL, the surrounding muscles always need that little bit of time. It's a funny one because in an ideal world, Pep would love to rest him, and I probably still think he probably needs a little bit of rest.
Yeah.
I know he's come back, so people say what you're talking about, he hasn't played for ages, but when you come back, it's so intense on the body and the surrounding muscles, it might take, an international break might be the perfect opportunity for him, unless it's a hamstring strain, just to have that little bit of rest. But he's a player now you've just got to wrap up in cotton wool, haven't you?
I know.
Because he's so good and so important.
That perfect physically either since the start of the season. And the problem for City is that if he's not on the pitch, it's Nico Gonzalez, and the drop in level
different side.
Rodri.
And we're not saying Nico Gonzalez is a bad player. It's just Rodri Ballon d'Or's that good.
Exactly. And then I think you feel it on the pitch. Nico was not bad yesterday in that Brentford game where City just managed that lead. I think City had one shot in the whole second half.
Yeah.
That was the block shot by Oscar Bob after like 5 minutes in the second half.
Haaland's goal was brilliant, wasn't it? Did you see his interview afterwards?
11.
He went, I loved it. I was in a fight. I was in a scrap, and he wriggled away and smashed it in.
18 goals in 11 games so far this season in a competition for club and country.
For a guy that doesn't get serviced a lot.
But that's the thing. Yesterday, he had one shot, that goal.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's on fire.
So he's efficient.
Yeah, but like as a team and as a manager in Guardiola, sure you think like, hang on, we need to find a way.
You'd think so.
Feeding him more.
I mean, you'd
That's
think
not
so.
Enough. One shot in the whole game. Like, come on.
It can't be. Because I watched him when he first come through the door when he hit 50 goals and he was getting like threes against West Ham and
Yeah,
4
exactly.
or 5 chances a game.
Yeah,
They-
four shot per game. Like this time, 1 shot in a game in 90 minutes.
I mean, I seen his interview after the Champions League game and he said, "But I still can be effective. I can move
No,
defenders
sure.
around."
Sure.
But you can't kid a kid out. And when you play the game, Jules, like what you want to be in a game is you want to be involved.
Yeah.
I can't imagine ever like playing centre mid and go, "I only had 7 touches today, but I was good."
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like never took. He's a different animal
Yeah,
because
yeah,
one
and
chance,
different
one
position
goal.
too. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, it's very weird and very strange because we're not used to seeing. I don't think anywhere across Europe over any decade
Yeah.
seeing players not get any service but
No, I
still
know.
being prolific.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah. We've got more quickies done.
Let's do it.
Manchester United beat Sunderland on Saturday.
Banker.
Yeah, Ruben Amorim called it an adult win. What's an adult win?
I don't know what an adult win is because it didn't have to show any character or dig in. The
Yeah.
amount of
Score early.
the amount of injuries that Sunderland had, when I
Yeah.
seen the team sheets come in, I thought if ever there was a Man United banker win,
Yeah.
it was that game.
Yeah.
And give them a bit of credit, they've won a game.
Yeah.
There's nothing really to say in terms of like being in depth. I mean, I seen the team sheets come in. I seen Dallo left wing back and Ahmad right wing back, and I went, "What's that?" But like,
Yeah.
how can you sit here now and criticise them because they won a game?
Yeah, and Ahmad was good, to be fair.
He was
on
good
that
in a
side.
wing back role, but
But
let's.
you don't think it's a turning point? Because a lot of people are
how,
wondering.
how can it be?
Yeah.
How can it be? The goalkeeper done quite well, but it's didn't really have too much to do.
No, that's true.
Made one sort of half crazy error where he come out the box and brought Traore down.
Yeah.
Maybe he was lucky, maybe not. But I don't know what an adult win means because it was quite comfortable.
Yeah, maybe you mean like with maturity and don't make any mistakes. Just
So let's see if they can do that against Liverpool away.
yeah, that's the thing,
Isn't it?
because they still haven't won back-to-back games until him in the Premier League.
And the boy with the haircut, he's still waiting for the
Still-
5.
He can't go through the door anymore.
I love it.
Only a second win of the season in the Premier League done for
Get
your
in.
boys and Newcastle. You must be happy. And Voldemort there scored again.
And by the way, he was brilliant in the Champions League.
Yeah,
It's sensational against Union Saint-Gilloise. Like played really well. He
Yeah.
penalty at the weekend, brilliant.
yeah, great penalty.
Like he stepped up, and I thought, like, is he a penalty man?
Yeah, yeah, let's see it. The
has
way he
sort of
took it.
Has he got that in his locker? And he's sort of stanchioned it with a little bit of curl. Listen,
And
I
his all-around game looked better as
all
well.
all around. He's getting fitter. He's getting sharper. He's got lovely feet. He can hold the ball. He's obviously very good in the air. He's an informed striker, I think, out of all the new signings that have came in the summer.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was nice to see Ante Elanga play.
Yeah.
When you see him
He was
play,
great in midweek as
yeah,
well.
and you see Gordon playing, you think these are the guys that need to get Newcastle up the pitch. And Bruno scored a great goal,
Yeah, great goal.
sensational goal. So, yeah, I mean, to be honest, against a struggling Forest side, they were a home banker to win the game.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
But still, for Newcastle, they needed it, Jules. They needed the clean sheet. They need a
'Cause
win.
it was a slow start of the season, wasn't it?
Slow start, yeah. I think all the Isak drama and just things went against them, and it was a bit doom and gloom. But I think when you sort of park the Isak stuff and you go the window and the players that they brought in, Newcastle now I think are a better team or a better squad.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've
definitely.
lost a brilliant player, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was well pleased. I
That's
fancy,
good.
to be honest, Jules, when Newcastle play at home, I fancy them against anyone.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
anyone. PSG,
Yeah,
you see
yeah,
your boys
yeah,
go
yeah.
there and get walloped a couple of
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah, absolutely.
Anyone. It's away from home, which is the slight worry.
Yeah. We talked about Newcastle done, but we have to talk about Forest, who they beat, obviously, because that means another game without a win for Ange. That's 7 in a row now.
Yeah.
Can he survive, do you think?
It's looking a bit doom and gloom. And the worst sign I saw from that game, I don't know if you've seen it, was
Yeah,
when
I
the
saw,
players
yeah.
went over to the away fans and Ange went across the away fans and they were all applauding the Forest fans. And then he was over there and it felt like he was on his own and all the players just sort of walked straight
They
past
walked
him.
past him, yeah.
Like really, like Morgan
even
Gibbs White
looking at
didn't even
him.
look
Yeah,
at him. and
Gibbs
I
White
thought
didn't look
it
right.
wasn't a good look.
I know.
I thought it was a strange appointment because when you think of Spurs and how crazy they were and that high line that he played, and you've seen Romero and Van der Ven pick up injuries because their distances will cover.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Murillo and Milenkovic wanting to cover
I
those sort
agree.
of distances.
I agree.
So I think
You've gone from one extreme with Nuno to the other with Ange.
I know,
It's weird.
and it's like I think the Forest fans is angst. I don't really think it's against Ange. Really, I think it's against Marinakis, the owner.
Yeah, probably. I don't think they wanted Nuno to go. And
No,
It
exactly.
was not perfect, the start of the season under Nuno, but I don't think they wanted him to go. So I think anybody could have come and not really hit the ground running, and they
Yeah.
would have been unhappy
And
anyway.
his
It's
press
not against
conference was a
Ange.
bit spiky as well.
Yeah,
He's
and I think
touchy,
it's
tetchy like that,
communication.
isn't he?
Yeah, and I think he maybe took for granted the fact that he would improve them quickly, and that's not the case.
Nuno's done well, in
Yeah.
terms of getting out at the right time.
Yeah,
Because he's got
probably.
them to European football and thought, I'm off.
Yeah,
3-year
I don't
deal.
think you can match that. Yeah. Crystal Palace were cruising at Everton, leading with 15 minutes to go, Don, and then it all collapsed. It's their first loss in 20 games now.
Amazing.
What happened?
Well, I was on the game on Thursday when they beat Dynamo Kyiv, and they played really well. Tough place to go for Palace, but they got the win.
Yeah.
And then when I seen they were playing Everton next, I thought that's going to be the big test, off the back of European football. First time in Europe.
Yeah.
You go in Poland, you get a win, you play Everton away. It's a little bit stressful on the players that are playing because it's more or less give or take the same 11 all the time.
Yeah.
Even though they're fit and like
They don't have the depth in the squad to play two teams.
And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. So maybe you were looking at a Palace side in the last 15 minutes, just got a bit tired.
And that's when they had to score their chances. Because if you
they had chances.
They could have
Mateta had a big chance. Sarr had a chance.
Yeah, easily. But when you don't, and you just 1-0 up against a team like that can have a set piece at any time, moment of brilliance for somebody, it's tricky.
Different game, innit?
Yeah,
scored the second goal.
That will cost them. It will cost them points through the season, inevitably.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
Is there a better player than Antoine Semenyo right now in the Premier League?
It is a good question, I mean, I was reading his backstory today. I love watching him play, but he got released by the majority of London clubs. I think he got a red card, against Derby back in the day as well. So it shows that he's got a bit of sort of spirit and a bit of character about him. But you're watching him play and you think, I don't know about you, but I'm getting Sadio Mane vibes when I watch him.
Yeah.
Like, he's just on fire, and maybe it took a little bit of time, as it does when young players grow and they grow into their body. And he's a big lad and he's quick.
Yeah,
he's got a trick. He's very, very strong. Direct, he scores worldy goals, and you wouldn't want to come against him. Wouldn't want to play against him.
It's that confidence that you mentioned earlier that you can't really see in data or anything.
How do you put that into a player? How do you measure it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really hard. But I think out of you took all the big players and every right. I think you mentioned Semenyo, and he's worth putting in that conversation.
Yeah, I agree.
Brilliant player to watch.
I agree. As we said earlier, it's the international breakdown, so your country is going to play at some point. So make sure you follow that and support that. And Thomas Tuchel announced his England squad on Thursday, and there was no Jude Bellingham, no Jack Grealish, and no Phil Foden. I will ask you...
As a Scotsman, I'm quite happy.
I know you're quite happy, for sure. And the latest, as well, we hear is that Reece James has pulled that off the squad, and Nico O'Reilly.
Good on him.
Good on him, you're right. The Manchester City midfielder / defender will have his first call-up, so let's see if he has his first cap or not, but certainly a call-up for now is great, and he deserves it too. No Jude Bellingham, who I think has played now 5 or 6 games since coming back from that shoulder surgery. Are you surprised with that? And my question is it something else than just the pitch?
Do you remember when Thomas Tuchel said I think he said it was his mum who finds his repulsive, which was quite a strong word, and he sort of later retracted that, said he'd sort of got lost in translation. So I will give Thomas Tuchel the benefit of the doubt there. Having said that, I knew it would anger the player. Yeah, it's quite a bad thing to be level. Really. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, I as I said before, I'll sort of leave it to one side because it's his second language, but still, I don't know. I think Tuchel's being honest. I think he seems like an honest manager to me, and he's probably saying to Jude Bellingham, right, listen, you just had a shoulder surgery. Why don't you miss these games, get yourself fully fit, get yourself flying again, get yourself 100% fit, and prove to me that you should be in my squad. So even though you're leaving out a really good player, I can sort of understand it. Jack Grealish done a brilliant interview at the weekend, just saying people are looking into this a little bit too deep. He went, there's other players that are in form, there's other players playing well.
He's such a nice guy, isn't he?
He's such a nice guy, and a guy that I think when he retires, I think I think so anyway, and I think we'll all go, do you know what, actually, he was a genius footballer. Genius footballer. And he was underrated at Man City, won the treble, but I think that last year, everyone sort of concentrated more on the last year at City rather than look at the bigger picture on how actually good he is.
I agree.
And you've seen that at Everton. Phil Foden's a surprise.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah, completely. I thought Grealish should have been called up too.
Did Loftus-Cheek made it, didn't he? He made the squad.
Tuchel kept the same squad and said, it's good. We were super happy with this squad. Yeah. On the pitch, off the pitch as well.
Which you can read into that.
Yeah.
So does Jude bring a bit more baggage?
Exactly.
Not doing interviews or not doing as much?
If you don't bring Bellingham back for this, you can't bring in Foden or Grealish.
So what would happen now if like Liverpool, if England and Thomas Tuchel were like in really good form, like red hot form, the camp's good, and you go into the World Cup, are you leaving Bellingham, Grealish and Foden behind?
I don't know. But I think you've created a problem by not calling them for this, and there's only 2 camps left. Yeah. So, I mean, 3 with this one, really. But this
that's what I mean, though. Like, you're putting your flag in
March. And
you're putting your flag in your sand. And if they play well, you go, might not take Jude to the World Cup. Yeah. Can't imagine that.
And also, it clearly shows, I know you said it might just be like just get back to your best, and then you're going to be back here. Or maybe we read too much into it, or maybe it's just like there's another problem. And you're right, like off the field, that squad was very good.
Well, there was rumours about Jude not pulling his weight with interviews and turning. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, it is true.
I don't know if that's true. So that can anger other players.
Yeah, definitely.
That's where it needs someone like Harry Kane to pull Jude into rank and say, listen, you need to do a bit more. You're a global superstar. Like, come on, you got to pull your weight a little bit. It's not just all me or other players.
And I think Tuchel knows, even if he hasn't been personally to a World Cup before, because this is his first international experience, really, I think he's too smart not to know that what can also make you win or not win a competition like that is that bad atmosphere within your camp.
It's going to be fascinating.
Tottenham are third in the table now, only a point behind Liverpool and 2 behind Arsenal after their win at the weekend. And Matis Tel and Mohamed Kudus scored their first goal of the season as well.
Tel's goal was brilliant, wasn't it?
Brilliant
goal. Kudus, I mean, I get it. Why West Ham just took the money and sold it to Tottenham, I'll never, ever know.
I think it was
Celtic
the first
rivals.
Exactly, the first transfer between the two clubs in 12 years. You
Long
don't...
time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, who'd have been the last? It would have been, I think, Michael Carrick or Jermaine Defoe, I think.
Maybe. Scott Parker, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think I was told Scott Parker.
My takeaway from the game, I mean, without Kulusevski and without Maddison, Xavi Simons was sensational.
As a 10, yeah, I agree.
As a number 10. I mean, versatile young player, can play off the left. His best position is 10.
Yeah, I agree.
You let him roam and get on the ball and find space and get him the service. With Kudus on one side, Brennan Johnson, Tell, etc. It's an exciting Tottenham side. They're not flawless. We've seen that over the last 3 or 4 games. But hey, they're flying under Thomas Frank.
Yeah. And I think if you want to be more pragmatic, which Frank will be because this is his style as well, you can take Odegaard out, bring another midfielder, Bergval or Sarr. And have a midfield 3 there, maybe more solid, more balanced.
Change the shape.
Yeah, and put Xavi back on the left.
We always talk about Amorim putting his flag in the sand. Thomas Frank's the other way. No, I'm going to play a 4 this week. I'm going to play a 5 the week after.
3 or 2 in midfield. That's good to have that.
Talk about Justin Kluivert and talk about the family, by the way, the Kluivert family. What happened there at the weekend?
Great week, Don. Great week because, as you mentioned, Justin scored a worldie on Friday night in the win of Bournemouth against Fulham. But before that, his brother Ruben, who's a little bit younger, plays at Lyon, centre-back, scored in the Europa League against RB Salzburg. And the day before that, the other brother, Shane, who is 19 and plays for Barcelona under 19s.
God, there's some genes there, isn't there?
Man. In the Champions League Youth League, for the under 19s, Barca was playing PSG, obviously, because it's the same. It mirrors the men's fixture. And Shane scored a great goal as well to bring his team back to 1-1, and then Barca would win it. So the 3 Kluivert sons scoring
a proud dad, isn't it?
I bet Patrick would be happy. That's a happy week, Patrick. That's
brilliant.
A really good week. Don, that's all we have time for today, mate. Thank you so much for coming.
It.
Thank you. We had a great show. We'll be back on Thursday. Gab will be back, I think, and we'll review all the midweek action. Until then, as Gab always says, love yourself, love the game, love your neighbor, or something like that.